A dash cam on an 18-wheeler catches a fellow trucker's worst nightmare. That was a semi-trailer catching some serious air on an Indiana overpass and crashing to the ground. The spectacular fireball of hot diesel fuel on tape. Police chasing after a woman in Utah sent into the path of a freight train. They say she led them on a wild chase and then hunkered down on the tracks. The bewildered officers call for backup and emergency crews. The woman survived. A California woman in a tight squeeze. Authorities in Santa Ana say she was trying to jump from roof to roof when she got wedged in a space between two buildings.
She can't go anywhere. She's not going to fall any further.
Stuck in a concrete sandwich for more than an hour, rescue crews were able to use a harness to get her out. A Thanksgiving Day armed robbery in a Florida gas station goes horribly wrong. The perp, double bagging his loot, even takes some beer to go. But once outside, he bumbles. Another crime goes dramatically different in Norwood, Pennsylvania, as a robber runs into a gas station customer turned vigilante.
Give me the money, and I said, you're with the wrong guy.
Without hesitation, the customer goes after the guy, tackling him right into the rack of potato chips. A spectacular crash ends a chase with speeds reaching 100 miles an hour outside of Milwaukee in October. The drunk driver hits a barrier, goes airborne, and hits the police cruiser. Rangers planting a tiny motion sensor camera along Australia's Margaret River back in May, but the camera vanished, turning up in the claws of an eagle, recording the bird of prey's 17-mile flight. A bus driver in China heading down the road when a driver going the other way loses control and slams into a pole. A police officer in Cape May, New Jersey, hailed a hero after he drags an unconscious man out of his truck, fully engulfed in flames. A 600-pound bull sets his sights on a traffic officer in Bulgaria. Takes less than 8 seconds for this bull to charge with his punishing force. A snake and a squirrel go tail to tail in Arizona. Cops called to monitor the fight by a neighbor who couldn't believe her eyes. What looks like a menacing black bear wanders into a restaurant courtyard. You think he's going for a snack, but he has a larger prize in mind. Nosing through the trash, he must have decided to keep it all, the whole thing. Now, the top 5 moments of 2013. Number 5. Imagine if this was your job, slicing into a 2-day dead sperm whale washed up near the Faroe Islands. A marine biologist putting in all his effort to rid the carcass of its methane gas. We're not sticking around to see how this is cleaned up. Number 4. A loaded gun meant to kill the leader of Bulgaria's ethnic Turkish party jams, ending an assassination attempt. Security guards tough on the would-be assassin, arresting and beating him, all in full view of the press. Number 3, a 10-ton meteor racing at around 33,000 miles an hour through the atmosphere in the skies over Russia. A fireball of blinding bright light said to have the power of an atomic bomb. Nearly 1,000 people were hurt, 100 people were hospitalized, no one was reported killed. Number 2.
All right, you found one, yeah? He's alive, he's alive.
A rescue diver finds a hand reaching out for help in the murky waters of the Atlantic. Alone and shivering at the bottom of the sea, 29-year-old Harrison O'Keene able to breathe in an underwater air pocket after the tugboat where he worked as a cook capsized 12 miles off the coast of Nigeria.
Give me a thumbs up.
Rescuers coached him the whole way through.
You're a survivor.
Our number 1 moment on this Caught on Camera 2013.
Miss, you all right?
Doing his job trying to get a bus full of high schoolers to their destination.
Ma'am?
Donnell Barton, a driver in Buffalo, New York, went above and beyond when he looked out the window and saw a woman in need.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Barton approaches the woman who he said was just barely hanging on, puts his hand on her arm. She turns around towards him, and as he supports her, she jumps down to safety. In New York, I'm Jonathan Hunt, Fox News.